Men, if your wife or girlfriend has to act like your mom and tell you to get up and work out and tell you to work and, has to constantly motivate you to get things done or take the trash out, you're not a man, you're a boy. And that's one of the biggest issues with our society is we have boys raising boys. Now, before we dive further into this, I want to share with you the reason why I'm expressing this is because I had to heal that broken little boy inside of myself. I noticed my relationships were all in some chaos, and I take full responsibility for that in my life now because I realized it was me. I was a broken little boy inside looking for edification, looking for attention from the feminine, and because I was looking for attention from the feminine, I was tapping into the unhealed feminine in me, and it was creating imbalance, and it's immature, it's actually unattractive, and so I wasn't being a man. I wasn't taking care of my business. So when I finally started to look in the mirror and ask myself, do I want a mother or do I want a partner? Do I want to have someone baby me or do I want to take responsibility? And this taps into what's going on within America. If you really think about this, Americans right now are the sloppiest that we've ever been. We're drunk in the Coliseum. We're addicted to porn, excessive video game playing. And all this is playing out within our society in the chaos. And so men are not taking care of their business. Men are raising boys, and the boys are perpetuating this. And so what it causes is absolute imbalance in between divine feminine and divine masculine. So we have imbalance in between divine feminine and divine masculine. That's when the mother or the woman needs to be in charge. And that's not how it's supposed to be. And this isn't about the man dominating the woman. This is about the man taking control of his own sovereignty, his own masculinity, and protecting spiritually, physically, and financially. When he does that, it allows the women to go into her divine feminine, which is creation. I want you to think about it this way. So the sun is masculine, okay? We can predict when the sun is going to come up. We know exactly when the sun is going to come up. We know exactly when the sun is going to go down. That's masculine. Gaia, the earth, is almost unpredictable. Now we know weather and things like that, but the sun is always coming up and down. There's rainstorms, but Gaia, the earth, creates life, right? Without the sun, Gaia, mother, cannot create life, right? But imagine if the sun didn't come up. Imagine if the sun didn't go down when it was supposed to. There'd be absolute chaos. So you are the man, you are the sun. So when you're undisciplined, you're sloppy, you're out of shape, you can't protect your family, you're not spiritually sound, you're not leading the family spiritually, and you do not have sound finances, the woman has to step into that role, and it's like absolute chaos in your relationship. It's extremely, extremely, extremely unattractive as well to the feminine. And so what happens is you see this imbalance in a relationship. She starts to become bitter. She starts to become angry. She starts to become emotional. And that's your fault. It's because you're not aligned spiritually. You're not aligned financially. And you're not taking care of business physically. So she doesn't feel safe in your arms. She doesn't feel that there's safety for your future, right? You're not leading the family and the foundation spiritually. The woman should be able to relax into her feminine, right? Take the fucking trash out. Get what you need to be. Don't have to be asked what you need to do. Do what you need to do because it's what we should do, right? And so if your wife is mothering you, your girlfriend is mothering you, that means you have not healed the feminine within yourself. And that's your number one role. And you heal that by dialing in physically. Work out, get in the gym, exercise, do self-defense, whatever it is. You dial in by building a spiritual foundation. I believe in God and Jesus Christ. I read the Bible daily. I teach my son about God and Jesus Christ, my daughter about God and Jesus Christ. I lead my family. It's not, do you want to pray in our house? We pray in our house. That's what we do. Okay, then when it comes financially, do you have a budget? Do you know what's going in and out of your account? Does your family feel safe? Do they feel like they have a future? So those are the three things you should be focused on. And what happens is you'll start to become masculine, and the feminine can relax, and she will magnetize you, right? So when you're unmasculine, it creates immature feminine, and you see absolute chaos within your house. Because if the woman has to operate in masculine, the house is in absolute chaos. She's doing everything she can to lead in her masculine, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So that's how we bring things back into balance within our society, is the men need to get their shit together, physically, spiritually, and financially. Now, I can't speak to women because I'm not a woman, right? But the woman has her role. Woman craves safety and protection. Men need predictability and structure, okay? So if a man is providing structure, he wants predictability. So women on the other side, if you're disciplined and consistent and you have a woman who is creating absolute chaos every time you communicate with her, every time you come home, that is immature feminine, and you're going to have that man end up leaving, and vice versa. So if you have a woman who's trying to step into her feminine and you're sloppy spiritually, physically, financially, she's going to leave you. She's going to find another energetic match to herself, and vice versa. If you're a man who's dialing in spiritually, physically, and financially, and the woman is always causing chaos, it's like polarizing. It's like nails on the chalkboard. So what should happen in a relationship is the woman should work on herself in her divine feminine and heal her broken, her toxic masculine in herself and her toxic feminine. The man should heal his toxic feminine within himself and his toxic masculine, come into divine masculine. She comes into divine feminine, and then they coexist and create amazing things together. So, man, it's time to get our shit together. So the direct reflection to look at is, see, is your wife and your girlfriend treating you like she's your mother? And if she is, it's time to get your shit together. Love you guys.